Has anyone ever made you doubt reality or even question your memory or sometimes your sanity? Then this person was aiming towards controlling you. He wants to take advantage of you in the long run. My name is Victor, or Avik on social media handles, and I'm always here to give you dating relationship advice because we understand that without successful marriages, we can never have successive generations. Today, we will be discussing the topic of gaslighting, a form of emotional abuse that can occur in relationships. Gaslighting is a manipulative behavior that involves making someone doubt their perceptions or memories, causing them to question their own sanity. Let's dive into some of the common signs of gaslighting and how you can spot and address each of them. The biggest of all is denial. Someone can say something then later deny it. How does this actually work? If your partner constantly denies events or conversations that happened, it can be a sign that they are trying to make you doubt your own memory and perception. For instance, they may deny saying hurtful things or insist that you misunderstood what they said. A good example is they can say something abusive or do something abusive then later deny. Now you'll start questioning if your memory serves you right. Now this will drive you crazy. Now point number 2 is craziness. Your partner may decide to say that you're crazy.
You're fucked up in the head, Karen. This is all in your mind.
Then go ahead and tell your family members that you're delusional or something. Now, one thing that will make this work is because everyone else will believe your partner and everyone else will not believe you. No matter how many times you try to defend yourself, they will keep on thinking you're crazy. They'll even go as far as using words like mentally unstable. This will create a disconnect with your reality and you may question a lot of things. Now, if this happens in your relationship, try speaking to your partner. In case of a fail and the partner doesn't want to speak and uses some argumentative form of winning conversations, then it's high time you run from that relationship. Another form of gaslighting is when your partner says, I'm sorry if you think that I'm sorry if you think that I hurt you. Now, this may look shallow on the other side, but if you dive deep, you'll realize that this is one of the most manipulative behaviors. As a victim, you'll end up relying on the abuser's judgment and never use your own cognitive to understand the situations. So most of the time, you end up becoming a slave of your abuser because it's only in your thought that you think they hurt you. One way to do this is try and address it or seek counsel or talk to family members so that they may at least get to understand you. Another good form of gaslighting is constantly changing the narrative. They always change the narrative to suit their own version of reality. They may even twist the facts to suit their own needs or to manipulate the situation to make their partner doubt their own memory. For example, they may tell a story about an event, then later deny or change the facts to suit or win an argument. Now, this will make the partner question the nature of reality and their own reality. And remember, the end goal of gaslighters is to make you depend so much on them, and even if they're abusing you, they'll take full control of you and your memory so that you may rely on them on everything. Another form of gaslighting that I know you might probably have experienced is elevating themselves from any guilt. Now, how does this really happen? One of them might say, I'd never intentionally hurt you. Never in my darkest moments would I hurt you. So then, as the victim, you'll feel like this person is not likely to do this. So instead of using the reality, you'll use the abuser's reality. Now, that is a form of gaslighting. And I know if you might be wondering, what is the name gaslighting and how did it come about? This was an adaptation from a play acted in the 1938. Now, the play was simply a couple, the man doing things that make the woman question her memory and reality.
Gregory, are you trying to tell me I'm insane?
It's what I'm trying not to tell myself.
But that's what you think, isn't it? That's what you've been hinting and suggesting for months now, ever since.
Since what?
Now, what the man used to do was maybe misplace things or light gases in the house. Then when the woman asks who did that, then the man says, you did that and forgot. Now, this woman went on going crazy because her reality was twisted. The next one is simply, I did that because I love you. Now, they may manipulate you to believing that everything they do for you, even if it means bad for you. You'll end up believing that the abuser is acting out of love. Now, a good example is your partner beating you and say that they are hitting you because what you did was wrong, they are correcting you. They are correcting you out of love. Now, that is a form of manipulation and is known as gaslighting behavior. If someone truly loves you, they'll talk to you and won't act in an abusive way. And then if someone loves you, there's no point of expressing their love or using a word like, I did it for you. You are too sensitive is another form of gaslighting. If you try to come up with your opinion about something, they'll say that you are too sensitive and you'll begin questioning the nature of your reality. Even if they hurt you, they'll say that you're making a big deal out of it. So when will you ever express yourself if your partner keeps on saying that you're making a big deal out of everything? Now they'll have killed your thought even of defending yourself even if you're hurt. Now the intention of this is to make you feel stupid even if you're trying to stand up for yourself. Another form of gaslighting is if your partner says that it's not that bad. That is one big form of gaslighting. Now this can occur if your partner says that we only kissed, we did not sleep together, we did not make love. They'll even try pointing out somewhere that someone else was done to us. You start believing in their reality and not yours. Now you will be forced to accept everything that they tell you. Now talking about the memory side of gaslighting. Now your partner may say that they're worried about you, and then you'll also start worrying about yourself. That's how it works. Now let me explain to you this. I'm worrying about you, you keep on forgetting things. Now that is a statement that a gaslighter may make. Now this undermines your reality and makes you confide on your abuser, which is a very dangerous path to take. You turn all your trust in him and then you may end up believing that the abuser is actually a good person. A good person who will never cause any harm to you. Another form of gaslighting is deflection. Now how does this work? If you bring up something that happened, then the best thing they'll do is bring out something else that you did a long time ago and try to win an argument with that. For example, if you broke a vase in the house, then your partner might say that you also broke a vase 3 years ago. Now someone who always brings things from the past is not a good person to be with. You should always solve your problems at any given time and you should not hold them in memory. So what can you do if you realize that your partner is gaslighting you? The first thing is to understand and accept that what you're going through is not normal and acceptable behavior. Another one is seeking counsel from your parents, friends, or relatives. And another may also be seeking counsel from a therapist who can help you identify and address these issues. Remember, gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse that can have a long-term effect on your moral and emotional well-being, plus your mental health. If you're facing any form of gaslighting in your relationship, then please, it's important that you seek help immediately or run away from the abusive relationship. The world is full of narcissistic people who are also psychopaths and sociopaths, so be safe from gaslighting. Thank you for watching this, and I hope this video helps you identify gaslighting behavior and also avoid being a gaslighter in your relationship. Now this is one of the red flags from a series that we'll be talking about. Be sure to subscribe so that you may stay updated as we talk about another red flag, that is controlling behavior.